There's been a lot of talk lately about growth hormone and what it does, how it works, the whole nine yards. Well, here's the deal. A guy named Dr. Ronald Klatz wrote the book Grow Young with HGH. That HGH stands for Human Growth Hormone. In this book, he actually outlines studies that have been done on growth hormone and the effects that they've had. In these studies, one of the ones that was done, there was a guy named Dr. Edmund Cheen. Dr. Cheen, started taking growth hormone and noticed some amazing results. He then took 800 of his patients, and throughout his studies, what he found was that when these patients started taking this growth hormone, they got an 8.8% increase in muscle mass on average in 6 months. They also saw a 14.4% decrease in fat mass in 6 months on average with no change in diet or exercise. Okay? They didn't change everything about their life, they changed this. They also saw higher energy levels. Almost all of them saw enhanced sexual performance. Let me tell you something. This is the only stuff I've ever found that actually increases women's libido, which is amazing. Okay? I think every man's been looking for that since the beginning of time. Anyway, so enhanced sexual performance. He also found that they had the regrowth of heart, liver, spleen, kidneys, all those organs that get damaged and get old, that enlarge with age and things like that. He found that they would shrink and they would start to function better. Also, what he found is everyone had superior immune function, increased exercise performance. They would develop stronger bones, faster wound healing, younger, tighter, thicker skin, hair regrowth, sharper vision, mood elevation. All right, here's the thing. This is something that I've noticed since I started taking growth hormone. Okay, this mood elevation and focus and concentration were some of the first things I started to notice, and I thought I was pretty focused to begin with. But memory retention is amazing. Improved sleep, lower blood pressure, better cholesterol, the whole nine yards. Now, this they call it the fountain of youth, is what they call growth hormone. Now, here's the deal. Growth hormone is produced in mass when we are young. Um, Here, I'll make a little chart. And basically, what we want to do is we want to increase our growth hormone levels not all the way back to when we were a child, but we want to increase them back to where they were when we were in our 20s. Because here's what happens growth hormone, whenever we are 0 and then 20 and then 60, okay? This is growth hormone levels and how they decline, basically. All right, whenever we're in our 20s, our growth hormone levels are about right here. This is where we want to restore those levels. Now, why would you want to do something like that? Well, of course, it's to get all these, but how does that work? How is that important? Growth hormone is what they call the master hormone as far as all the hormones are concerned. It is a controlling factor in many other hormones. And basically how hormones work is they work in kind of a chain. This hormone, like growth hormone, controls these hormones, and these hormones each can control a few other hormones, and this one may control one here, and this one may control three here, four here, whatever. So one hormone controls another that controls another that controls another. Growth hormone controls all the hormones that have to do with rejuvenation and growth, like IGF-1. IGF-1 actually helps to in the rebuilding of things like cartilage and bone and things of that nature. So what we want to do is we increase our growth hormone. It forcibly goes in and balances out all these other hormones. So all of a sudden we get increased focus. Now, all right, here's basically the route that I've seen happen since I've started taking it about 3 months ago. when I first started taking it, the second day, and many people have told me this happens pretty quickly. On the second day, I started taking a product called G Factor. This is the one I take, all right? It is the best one I've ever found to get this growth hormone into the bloodstream. You can find a lot of growth hormone precursors out there that give your body what it needs to build growth hormone. You can also find polypeptides, which is really the route we want to go. Um, this one, I've tried many growth hormones. This is the best one I've ever found. It's called G Factor. All right, I digress. To when I first started taking it, about the second day, I started noticing these really vivid dreams. One of the dreams I had is I was riding a wrecking ball through these buildings, and to me, that was a whole lot of fun. Everyone who I've talked to, not only do they have dreams, but they're extremely vivid dreams, and you remember almost everything about them, and they're almost always fun. They're good dreams. And I think the reason behind this is it goes in and it starts to balance hormone levels and you feel better. The second thing I started to notice is I started to notice the mental clarity and the focus and concentration. It's amazing how focused and concentrated I can be when I choose to, when writing newsletters and things like that now that I've been taking this. The next thing that I noticed was stamina. My stamina levels increased greatly. I could I could go all day. When I started running, I could run more easily. I ran faster. I ran longer. One of the other things that a lot of people have told me, women especially, sexual function and pleasure goes up immensely, very quickly. Another thing that you will start to notice is the building of muscle becomes easier, and wound healing is you heal 50% faster than you would without growth hormone. It is amazing how fast you heal. Other people have told me that they started to regrow hair. They've told me that they don't get sick as often, which we can contribute to superior immune function. Now, one of the differences in whenever we're 20 and whenever we're 60 is our hormones. Okay, hormones are what control the rebuilding and remodeling of bone structures and soft cell tissues and the rebuilding of almost everything. If you take enough raw materials, the body will rebuild things like, let's say you have osteoporosis. But if the hormones aren't there, it cannot do it as quickly, perhaps, as the aging process or the degeneration of the bones are happening. Well, growth hormone helps to change that. Let me tell you, y'all, this is one of the best supplements I've ever taken. I will not go without the stuff now. You will read a lot of things about growth hormone, and for instance, they're taking growth hormone and they get these really big muscles. No, you won't, okay? If you take enough growth hormone to restore your levels back to here, maybe. But that's not going to happen. A little history on growth hormone real quick. Growth hormone originally was founded, they were taking the growth hormone out of cadavers or dead people, and they were taking this, extracting it, and injecting it into people. Well, then people started getting meningitis. Now, most people got all these great results, but a lot of people started getting meningitis. When that happened, then the government stepped in and banned growth hormone. Now, it's important to remember that the closest thing to eternal life we have on this earth is a government program. So growth hormone is still illegal to inject in the United States. So what we do is we have found a way that you can take it orally and get it into the bloodstream, and that's what we want to do. Now, the stars, the movie stars, like Demi Moore and all of them, they fly overseas to Mexico or Canada and get their growth hormone injections, and they'll bring a year's worth back. They just poke themselves every day, get a little fatty tissue, stick it in there, and they're done. Now, I don't have the revenue necessary to fly to other countries and get my growth hormone. Nor do I have to anymore because I've got a product called G Factor. to increase my growth hormone levels naturally. It is my goal to live 120 years and to be healthy the whole time and be able to rebuild and regenerate at a cellular level and not to have the aches and pains and all the crap that most people go through. In order to do that, I'm going to have to keep my hormone levels balanced. Y'all, if you want better moods, better focus and concentration, faster wound healing, enhanced sexual performance, if you want increased muscle mass, decreased fat, sharper vision, better hair growth, the whole 9 yards, there is nothing out there better than growth hormone to regulate your hormone levels. Women going through menopause and having mood swings and things like that, y'all, greatest stuff in the world. My wife started taking the G Factor. When she started taking G Factor, let me tell you, she became so much fun, so nice. So, not that you're not all the time, baby, but she became just jubilant all the time. Might be one of the reasons that we're pregnant now. But anyway, if you want to literally have your best opportunity to stop and reverse aging, growth hormone is one of the best ways to go. If you have any more questions about growth hormone, how it works, pick up the book by Dr. Ronald Klatz, Grow Young with HGH. If you want to contact me, it's 256-233-0073. You can find us at our location at Herbs and More, 935B Highway 72, Athens, Alabama. Find me on Facebook. It's Seth P. Williams. Y'all, truly one of the supplements that has helped me immensely is this G Factor. So if you have any more questions, you want any more information, just give me a call, come down here and see us. Thank you for your time.